Hey guys, this is Cam15 back at it with another video for you guys. And thank God this week I'm gonna get a What If episode review on time this week compared to me missing 2 straight weeks. Anyways, I made a review of the last 2 episodes of What If. I'll put it at the end of the video, whatever. But anyways, we got episode 5 of What If, and it is Marvel Zombies. Obviously, they kind of adapted this episode off the Marvel zombie comics and stuff like that. And I thought this episode was pretty cool and everything. Essentially, well, this world is, well, what if the freaking, MCU world was just overtaken by zombies and everything? Well, yeah, that's the thing. Now, in terms of the timeline where this takes place like literally during Infinity War. So we see that obviously Hulk, Bruce Banner, was sent to obviously the Sanctum to alert obviously Doctor Strange that, well, Thanos is coming, but Doctor Strange isn't there. Now when he steps out, you get the whole type of stuff where Thanos's men, forgot what their names were, it's been a while, start coming out and everything. Essentially they die and they get eaten by zombie versions of Doctor Strange, Wong, and Iron Man, and then they're later turned into zombies, because when you get eaten by a zombie, you turn into a zombie yourself. And the thing is, we find out in this whole episode that there is like a few of the MCU heroes we know that are still like normal. Spider-Man's still normal. Yeah, Okoye's in this whole thing. Bucky's in here. Sharon's okay. Happy's okay. One of Ant-Man's friends, I forgot what his name was. And Hope, or aka the Wasp, is still alive and still normal. And essentially they have a whole resistance group. Now, the reasoning for this zombie outbreak is, obviously if you watch Ant-Man and the Wasp, you know the whole thing when Hank Pym went into the quantum zone to go get Janet. Now in this universe, in this reality, when Hank went to do that, Janet wasn't exactly Janet, because essentially Janet caught a quantum virus which turned her to a zombie. She ate Hank in the quantum realm, and she took the machine and she came back to obviously she came back to the real world, and let's just say that's how it spread. Now and then, obviously, like zombie stories we've seen in other medias, it spreads. It takes only one zombie and everything, so it spreads, it multiplies. They call in the Avengers to help out with those whole problem. Now, only thing like kind of weirdly weird is the whole fact that, well, it seems like the Avengers are all together. Like, we knew at this point in time the Avengers weren't together and stuff like that. Now, maybe they all came together because they're like, well, guess what, we got to stop this. So yeah, but they end up getting eaten and turned into zombies and stuff like that, and that's kind of where the story is. So essentially what happens is our heroes are trying to find a cure to cure everyone and stuff like that. Now they get a reading where there's a signal where it can give off to where the cure is located at. So they have to obviously go through the train station. Now, some events happen to where some characters like Happy, he gets turned into a zombie and dies. And when they finally get onto the train and everything, eventually Sharon gets eaten by Captain America and turned into a freaking zombie. And we have it to where Bucky fights zombie Captain America and gets the better of him, and even takes his own shield and everything like that, which I thought was pretty cool. Eventually they get to this whole little base area, but the one thing we find out before they get there is when Hope took out Sharon, she actually ended up getting cut/bit, which means she's eventually going to turn into a zombie. She essentially, in her last act of humanity she has left within her, she essentially helps the others get to the whole base, and then she turns into a zombie. Now, when they get to this base, we see the zombies are kind of just like not even moving where they're at. Like, there's even an open gated way where it's like they can definitely just walk through it, but they're not walking through. So they walk deeper into the thing, walk deeper into the base, and they actually run into Vision. Yes, Vision can't turn into a zombie because, well, guess what? He's a he's an android, so he's a robot. And essentially, because the power of the Mind Stone is given off, it's essentially keeping the zombies away. So he's kind of like, I guess you can say, I want to say a bug zapper, but kind of like a barrier. Now he goes in later. He's like, listen, I developed the cure and everything, but it's still not worked to perfection because one, we see that, well, Scott Lang is alive. He's only got a head now. He's alive and everything. And I like how later in the episode, Doctor Strange's cape just forms around his obviously head counterpart area, or the little thing that's holding his head, and it's just carrying him around. But we see Bucky go deeper into Vision's little hideout area, and he finds T'Challa, who we thought was turned into a zombie, but isn't. The reason why is, well, let's just say Vision has been feeding body parts of still humans that are alive to Wanda, who is turned into a zombie, and essentially, zombie, Scarlet Witch goes off the rails. It provokes frickin' Vision for some dumb reason to have the others escape. He literally pulls out the Mind Stone and he literally kills himself. And I'm like, why'd you have to do that? You could have just went with them. Essentially, too, the reason why he couldn't quells Wanda's powers and stuff like that, her zombie stuff, is because she's just grown too strong. We know, especially after watching WandaVision, how strong Wanda truly is. So it makes sense why, it'd just be too much, the hunger be too much for zombie Wanda. Eventually, the episode essentially ends off with them getting away and everything. Obviously, Bruce Banner sacrifices his life, we're presumed. He sacrifices his life and turns into the Hulk to essentially have Spider-Man, Black Panther, and Ant-Man get away to get to Wakanda so they can find the cure and cure everyone. Now, that's kind of where the episode ends off. I don't know if they're ever going to get back to this to see what the aftermath could be. This definitely gave me like 2-part type of thing, but again, these whole things but it's funny because by the time you see the end of the episode, you get freaking you get freaking zombie freaking Thanos with I think most of the Infinity Ring or Infinity Stones, and I'm like, zombie freaking Thanos with the Infinity Rings? He might be the strongest zombie known to man. And two, I think that the universe, by that logic, that universe is fucked. I'm sorry, that universe is fucked. It was pretty cool though, to say the least. I had enjoyment watching Marvel zombies and stuff like that. So it was nice. It wasn't as emotional. It was just kind of like, oh, look, we're finally giving you something cool and stuff like that. So yeah, I like this reality episode. So yeah, What If continues to be a pretty good show. But other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day or night when you check out this video. Until then, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Till then, guys, later. Till then, guys, peace.